There's no doubt about it. Elon Musk is one of the most prolific inventors and visionaries of our time. Thanks to his mental prowess and the goals he often sets for himself, his ventures and creations have prospered in more ways than one, to the point that these achievements have earned him considerable sums of money, making him the richest man in the world. Yes, Elon has it all to become a legend in the field of technology, from his open-to-the-public space travel to new and very useful ways of receiving payments from anywhere in the world. His ideas have helped millions of people, regardless of where they live, and among some of the tycoon's best-known ventures, we can see that automotive corporation that has broken barriers while delivering the best of his creations to its customers. How does Elon Musk come up with new ideas and creations? Does he have a whole team behind him, telling him what things he can do, and will they be the breakthroughs that will be the most successful? Will anyone be able to emulate his achievements at some point in history? While we know that Elon Musk has become a transcendental figure for certain fields of technology, we cannot ignore the fact that he is still a person, and as such, he is still capable of making many mistakes at the helm of the business. He has shown this with certain decisions, such as his attempt to buy Twitter, and yet the man has managed to rise time and time again, as have his companies. One thing that should be clear with the Model B electric bicycle is that this idea does not come from the mind of Elon Musk, but from a person with whom the company decided to work for the realization of his latest project idea. The Tesla Model B is the result achieved by the American designer Kendall Turner, a man who is not only dedicated to the creation, production, and industrial assembly, but has his own firm with which he's in charge of giving life to the ideas of his clients. Tesla's electric bicycle was one of those commissions, and since its creation, many of the company's employees and even Musk himself have praised the vehicle. With its futuristic and aerodynamic look, the bike has all of the brand's hallmarks stamped on its construction, so it's safe to say the designer did a good job. The rims have a white finish and what appear to be 3 hydraulic brackets on each side of the tires, linking the rim to the rest of the frame. The bodywork of the bike also has a simple minimalist finish, notable for the absence of pedals and gears in human view. Finally, in the case of the seat and handlebars, we can also say that the designer apparently made the decision to remove the latter from the list, right? No! Actually, what happens is that the bike has a certain mechanism that allows both the handlebars and the footrests to be retractable. In itself, vehicle design is an exercise in creation and development, seeking to anticipate technology and what is known about bicycles, an advance on what we're used to, and one that could be another winning idea from Musk and his team. That said, you're probably wondering why Musk decided to enter the bicycle market, and more so Tesla's. While there is no clear answer on the subject, it seems that Tesla had already been planning its entry into that sector. That alone explains why Kendall Turner was asked to design its new electric bicycle. When you consider that Tesla owns the most searched for electric car on Google globally, as well as a more current and futuristic model that seats more people inside, such as the Tesla Cybertruck, then you can deduce that the man wants to cover a number of different aspects in the field of commuting. That's definitely very Elon Musk, and would perfectly explain his desire to get a new model for his green vehicle division. He has the capital and the ability to launch a big launch campaign, so why not do it? Why not come out with a bike that brings the world closer to the brand, especially those who can't or won't spend on a Model X? Looking at their idea from an objective point of view, that could be their thinking and one of their reasons for approaching that sector. Let's get on with the specs of the Tesla electric bike. Elon Musk's brand has always been known for a minimalist, futuristic feel to its models. We've seen it in the exterior, interior, and trim of the Model X, and it also shows in the Cybertruck's structure and interior detailing. So, it's no surprise that the tycoon and entrepreneur asked Kendall to come up with a design that was as close as possible to his idea of a branded electric bike. Did Turner meet Musk's expectations? So far, everything seems to indicate yes, as a whole series of images of the bike have been exposed, where we can admire its appearance and some of its most notable features, such as the handlebar theme and the retractable footrests for retractable feet. However, we should note that the exterior is not all that the Model B has to offer. To better understand how this electric bike works, we must delve deeper into its engine and sort out some of its more revolutionary specifications, starting with the autopilot. Yes, as you heard, the Tesla Model B has an autopilot function in its programming. Surely you must be wondering why anyone would want autopilot on a bike. How would they use it? Well, the answer to that question comes from Kendall Turner himself. The designer wanted the vehicle to cover two industries in one product, and it was with this in mind that he began to incorporate various technological solutions into the model. Basically, he molded the best of both worlds, cars and bikes, and made it compact enough to be assembled into his creation. Along with the autopilot function that was added to the bike, we can also see that the vehicle's direction changes are handled by a fork armed with an artificial intelligence system. This enhancement was created using radar, cameras, and ultrasonic sensors, allowing the bike to be able to recognize and steer away from obstacles in its path. It doesn't matter if the rider cannot see these details in time. The computer inside the bike will be able to react to changes in direction so that the rider's ride remains stable and safe. So that's what they put the autopilot on for. Perfect. One of the most striking additions in the images is the small dashboard called the mini head-up display. The mini head-up display is completely digital and allows the user to measure time, speed, and mileage. Finally, we have confirmation from the designer that the Tesla Model B has two independent mirrors. They were assembled on each of the wheels and were done with the purpose of offering all-wheel drive during the journey. These motors will be powered by a battery placed in the down tube, and in case you were wondering, that same battery will be able to be charged at Tesla charging stations and charging ports without any problem. There's no doubt about it. Elon Musk has thought of everything that Model B entails, so we can assume that we may be a few months away from a surprise launch. We've reached the last part of this video. While many people consider Tesla cars to be an unnecessary expense that can do little for their lifestyle, many still value the travel experience that these machines tend to offer, along with the brand's own attributes in each of its models. Of course, cars are one thing, with which we can travel short and long distances, and bicycles, which in the end can only be used for shorter distances. Even electric ones are another. With that knowledge, would you be willing to pay a considerable sum of money for one of these models? What would you use your Tesla electric bicycle for? Leave your comments on today's topic in the comments box, and try to add a suggestion or two for future videos. Thank you very much for watching the full video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. See you next time.